Chapter 259. Mysterious Palace. Looking at the endless sea of fire in front of him, Devil Peak felt shocked. Those native cultivators are very fortunate. As long as they have a cultivation level of Emperor, they can leave the spirit sealing space by the Hurricane Valley. But us foreign trialists will have to leave the spirit sealing space by the endless sea of fire. There are 3 layers of the endless sea of fire. The first 2 layers are no threat to you. Only the white flames on the last layer are a bit dangerous. Moreover, there are many flame giants on the last layer. They are the most deadly crisis. When the time comes, my brother will sweep these flame giants for you. You only need to resist the white flames around you. Devil Heaven reminded his brother. Although Devil Heaven had never left the spirit sealing space, when he reached the invincible level, he had also gone to enter the endless sea of fire and explored it, knowing all the information about it. That person's back looks a bit familiar. It seems to be Devil Heaven. When the 2 Mochon brothers entered the endless fire sea, not far away, 3 peerless powerhouses came together. One of them saw Mochon's back and felt that it looked somewhat familiar. Devil Heaven, you're being silly, aren't you? With Devil Sky's kind of qualifications, I'm afraid he wouldn't leave the spirit sealing space until he had cultivated to the shattering vacuum realm. And how could he come to this endless sea of fire? A person beside him shook his head and lost his smile. Forget it. No matter if it's the Devil Heaven or the Kang Heaven, it has nothing to do with us. I'm too lazy to stay in this spirit sealing space any longer. It's better to go out earlier to advance to the Yuanying stage. The vast flood world continent is the big stage for geniuses like us, the other person said, jumped into the endless sea of fire, and headed towards the far ***** away. The other 2 also hurriedly followed. The junction of the 2nd and 3rd layers of the endless fire sea. Crossing over the boundless blue sea of fire, the 3rd layer of the endless sea of fire was a white world of nothingness that was filled with white flames that were very transparent but clearly visible to the naked eye. The only sound in this silent space was the snorting sound of the flames burning, which appeared somewhat fearful and made one's scalp numb. However, at this moment, in this quiet and void space, a dark golden hall slowly rose up from the ground. The violent tremor caused the surrounding space to quake, and the entire earth began to crack, a palpitating crack spreading out like a spider's web. Rumble. The earth was collapsing, and the surrounding flames rolled and whistled, as if they were monstrous waves rolling up in the ocean, scattering out in all directions, forming a terrifying tornado flame storm. And in the middle of these terrifying flame storms, that dark golden-colored huge palace suddenly opened its doors. It was like an ancient beast opening its bloody mouth, revealing the endless darkness inside. Looking down from the sky at this moment, one could see that this dark golden palace was situated right at the junction of the 2nd and 3rd levels of the endless fire sea. The palace door opened along the junction line, with the endless blue flames on one side and the hot white flames on the other, making it seem very bizarre. City of Heaven, City Lord's Mansion. When that dark golden palace appeared in the endless sea of flames, within the City Lord's Mansion of the City of Heaven, which was millions of miles away, a majestic man with long eyebrows into his temples and a straight figure opened his eyes, and instantly a bright starry sky appeared in these deep eyes, making people unable to help but fall in and be unable to extricate themselves. Without a doubt, he was the City Lord of Heavenly City. The Holy Temple once again opened. Long years of waiting. I look forward to. The City Lord of the Heavenly City murmured, filling the endless stars in general eyes, looking into the distance. At the same time, the City Lord of the City of Man and the City Lord of the City of the Earth also awoke from their seclusion, and both of them similarly looked in the direction of the endless sea of fire, transfixed. No one knew about the 3 great City Lords' differences, and many of the trialists in the City of Heaven battlefield still didn't know that the endless sea of fire had an additional dark golden palace, and the crowd was still working hard to raise their cultivation. At Stone Dragon Mountain, Kang Tian and the others were the same. After they felt that their cultivation had reached its limit, they then decided to start traveling around the Heaven's City battlefield. This was because they felt that it wouldn't be very useful to stay in seclusion like this. Instead, there might be some strange encounters along the way of traveling that would allow them to break through the shattering vacuum realm in one fell swoop. This is the Great Volcano, the largest volcano in this battlefield. Its temperature is so high that only invincible powerhouses can withstand it. The third prince of the dragon said, as he pointed to a huge volcano not far ahead. This volcano was very huge, 100,000 feet above sea level, and although it didn't erupt, steam was billowing from above the crater. Kang Tian, Xiaojin, and Fan Xin all felt strange, and the four of them immediately entered this volcano. The interior of the volcano was a crimson world, with rolling magma flowing inside, emitting a scorching aura, and the surrounding space distorted, showing the terrifying temperature of the place. However, Kang Tian's four were all peak existences among the invincible, and although the temperature was terrifying, it was still no threat to them. If the temperature here is even stronger, it would be possible to temper our fleshly bodies. Van Xin looked at the boiling magma around him and said, "Is there any place with a higher temperature than here?" Little Gold asked curiously. "Then I'm afraid it's only the endless sea of fire." Third Prince Dragon laughed. Kang Tian was stunned. The endless sea of fire he had already heard about from the third prince of the dragon. If they, the external trialists, wanted to leave the spirit sealing space, apart from breaking through the shattering vacuum realm, they would only be able to leave through the endless sea of fire. The four of them left after wandering inside for a while. This is the Hurricane Valley. It is the passageway for the native cultivators of the spirit sealing space to leave. As long as one has a cultivation of the imperial level, one can pass the test of the Hurricane Valley. After looking far ahead at the large canyon, the third prince of the dragon said, "The Hurricane Valley had powerful formation prohibitions that blocked the entry of foreign trialists, and Kang Tian's for people watched outside for a while before leaving once more." After touring the Great Volcano and Hurricane Valley, the third prince of the dragon continued to lead them to arrive at the other famous places of the Heavenly City battlefield, allowing them to have a better understanding of this battlefield. And at this moment, at the junction of the second and third levels of the Endless Sea of Fire, 7 figures came in front of that dark golden palace. Strange, when did a palace appear here? Why have I never heard of it before? What a bizarre palace. I feel a palpitating aura inside. Such a palace is bound to be extraordinary. This might be a great opportunity for us. There might be treasures in it that will allow me to break through the shattering vacuum realm. At that time, even Kang Tian, Demon Heaven, and the third prince of the dragon won't be our opponents. Ha ha ha. These 7 people were none other than the 7 heroes of Heavenly City, who were preparing to leave the spirit sealing space, and they were currently looking at the dark golden palace in front of them with surprise, excitement, and exhilaration. Every trialist who had reached the peerless realm would come to the endless sea of fire to explore. So this place was not unfamiliar to peerless powerhouses, but all peerless powerhouses knew this place like the back of their hand. Now that there was an additional dark golden palace out of nowhere, it naturally made the 7 heroes of Heavenly City puzzled. But they thought that this might be an opportunity for them. After all, the Heavenly City battlefield was full of opportunities. This palace looks extraordinary. I'm afraid it's a powerful magic treasure in itself. And the value of the things inside here can be imagined. I'm afraid we really have a great opportunity this time. Windlass was also stunned. A trace of excitement flashed in his eyes. Since that's the case, then what are we waiting for? Go in and take a look. Who knows if there will also be a peerless powerhouse preparing to leave the spirit sealing space and discover this place later on. Chang Kongji's eyes blazed. He was very excited. If the things in here could increase his cultivation greatly, he would be able to defeat Little Gold to wash away his shame. Right, we'd better hurry up and go in, the others chimed in, each of their eyes filled with anticipation. Windlass nodded and was about to agree with the crowd to go in, but then his body violently shook and his eyes narrowed as he gazed intently into the blue sea of fire at the back. The others obviously noticed the difference in Windlass and followed his gaze to similarly look over. You don't need to go in. Such treasures, you and the others have no chance to enjoy. Die. Only heard a loud shout. A figure asterisk 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 came out in the blue sea of fire. Demonic aura burst out around his body, like a demon god stepping in. A fist blasted out. The surrounding space shook violently. His aura was unparalleled. It's the Devil Sky. Not good. Quickly form a formation. The 7 males of Heavenly City were instantly shocked when they saw the visitor, and hurriedly assembled a large formation, joining hands to strike the strongest blow to meet Demon Sky's punch. At this moment, not far away in the sea of blue fire, the figure of Devil Peak also appeared. He looked at the dark golden palace, not far in front of him, in surprise. His heart was slightly excited. Such an extraordinary palace. It must be a great chance. I didn't think that I could still encounter this kind of chance when I was about to leave. It seems that the heavens are treating me well. Big Brother might also be able to find a breakthrough chance in here. Turning his sight from above the dark golden palace, Devil Peak looked towards the 7 males of Heavenly City who had united to fend off Big Brother. In the distance. It's them. I didn't expect that they were also preparing to leave this place. HMPH. Such a chance must not be passed on. It's fine if they really leave the spirit sealing space, if they inform others about this place, attracting those invincible powerhouses, or informing Kangchon, the third prince of the dragon, and the others, then that would not be good. A ferocious killing intent appeared in Mo Feng's eyes. These 7 people would definitely die. This kind of chance could not be known to others. As a matter of fact, the first moment that Devil Sky discovered this dark golden palace, he immediately and absolutely killed people to exterminate their mouths. However, the 7 males of the Heavenly City were extraordinary, especially since the 7 had a set of joint formations, which together could exert a powerful force and harden themselves to block Demon Heaven's terrifying strike. Not bad. I didn't expect the 7 of you to have such skills. But unfortunately today you will still die, seeing that his punch did not defeat the 7 heroes of Heavenly City. Devil Heaven could not help but be a little surprised, and then the killing intent in his eyes became even more intense. Chang Cheng's 7 males heard the face are greatly changed. Chang Kongji is even more face despair. Just now also excited to meet a great opportunity. Did not expect the next moment is the Ghost Gate. Only Windlass was very calm. He looked at Devil Sky and said in a deep voice, Devil Sky, I know that you want to kill and exterminate. But you should know that opportunities and dangers exist side by side. There may not be no crisis in this palace. Do you think that you can explore it alone? Windlass, I've heard of you. From the overseas Great Diffusion sect. Known for their formations, the formation you united just now should have been handed over to them by you. Devil Heaven narrowed his eyes as he sized at Windlass. I didn't think that Devil Heaven would also know my little brother's identity. It makes my little brother feel honored. Why don't we explore this palace together, or at least take care of each other? Being told of his origin by Devil Sky, Wu Feng's eyes instantly shrunk, but he immediately regained his composure and then smiled lightly. Explore together. Devil Heaven smiled coldly at his words. Why do I, Devil Heaven, need your assistance? Today count you guys as unlucky. I am determined to obtain this palace. Only by killing you guys can I go in with peace of mind. The 7 males of Heavenly City immediately changed their faces miserably. It was obvious that Devil Heaven was moving for real. Windlass also sank his face and said morosely, Devil Sky, you will regret it. Regret, I, Devil Heaven, have traveled across the spirit ceiling space. When have I ever regretted? Cut the crap and take your life. Devil Heaven let out a cold laugh. His body steeply split into 7, attacking towards each of the 7 males of Heavenly City. Heavenly Devil 7 transformations. The 7 males of Heavenly City immediately changed their faces. They did not expect that Devil Heaven would perform this kind of divine ability as soon as he came up, obviously preparing to kill them with one strike.